So good. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. So today's reading is what is the gossip on you? Okay, so we have 3 groups for you to choose from. We have group 1, 2 and 3. If you want to pause the video to choose whichever group is calling out to you, feel free, but I shall see you in your readings. Hey, if you chose the first group, then this reading could be for you. So what is the gossip on you? We'll start off with your tarot card. Oh shit, just burnt my finger. God. Anyways, sorry about that. So what is the gossip on you guys? So, okay. So we have the Ace of Swords reversed, the Ace of Cups upright, the 8 of Pentacles upright, and the 7 of Pentacles upright. Nice. So what is the gossip on you? So for some of you, the gossip on you is that you don't talk much, or maybe at this moment in time, you're just not in the mood for talking. For some, the gossip is that you are maybe hostile. I feel like it's maybe at this present moment, maybe, so for some of you, if you are going through something at the moment, people can tell that you are, you know, a bit distant, and maybe some people talk about that. If it's not hostile, then it could be like on guard. Some people could gossip about you being on guard. Some could say or gossip about maybe you needing to think something through more. This could be in regards to being forceful or being domineering. For some of you, this could even be in regards to anger, and they think or they talk about how it would maybe benefit you by, you know, thinking things through first and being more careful with your words so it doesn't create, you know, lasting damage for you. So if this resonates, for some of you, this people could gossip about how you stopped communicating with an ex. You know, this could be like an ex-friend, an ex-acquaintance, an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. But yeah, some people could talk about how you stopped talking with them, or how you maybe blocked them and you're kind of investing your time elsewhere. People, I don't even want to use the word gossip for this group because I feel like it's more so like people talking about you. I don't feel like gossip has a bit of a, I don't know if it's just me, but it has a bit of a, I don't know if it's negative connotation, but you know, just like what people are saying behind your back. I don't know, but it doesn't feel like they're talking about you in a negative sense, if that makes sense, you know? So it doesn't feel right saying gossiping, so I'm just going to say talking from now on, okay? But yes. They could say that you are a good communicator, but sometimes the delivery may be abrupt at times. But the gossip about you is that you are really uplifting as well. I'm hearing for some of you, like, people could say that you have the voice of a mother who is kind, but at the same time, you know, doesn't tolerate any nonsense, you know? So yeah, people could definitely say or talk about how you are forceful, maybe how you're assertive as well. That you are someone who's honest, maybe sometimes too honest. So some people could also say that you can't focus on new opportunities at the moment. This could be in regards to love, maybe recovering from a separation or distance, or, you know, unfortunately some form of heartbreak. People could say that you are, you know, maybe not looking for new opportunities at this moment because you're still healing. Maybe it's not the right time for some of you, or people gossip or say or talk about, sorry, how it's not the right time for you in regards to love, especially if you recently have been through, you know, some form of loss in that regards. Or maybe even confusion, not knowing where you stand, perhaps. But yeah, people definitely talk about how a lot of people are attracted to you and how a lot of people want to, offer you their love and give you their love and attention and affection. They say how there is a lot of people into you as well. They say that you're super chilled out for the most part. People actually talk about how you are deserving of love and that you should get yourself out there if that resonates. And this may not even be in regards to love. Like if any of you have been, keeping to yourself for some time, or, I don't know. But yeah, people definitely say that you should, get back out there from their perspective anyway, But I'm hearing for some of you, it's like you're too beautiful to be, inside the house, to be, stuck away or isolating yourself. I'm hearing for some of you, you're too beautiful for that, inside and out. So people also talk about how you're really loving towards your loved ones and that you're really generous as well. People say that you actually have a beautiful energy. And the reason why some people think you have a beautiful energy is because you come across really respectful, For some of you, this could actually be the goss, okay? So for some of you, people could actually say that you may be pregnant, or people are, thinking that you're pregnant, or they're speculating. For some of you, maybe this is in regards to your desire to get pregnant. So yeah, people definitely talk about how you are down to earth. Some people do talk about how attractive you are, like how sexy you are, like how seductive you can be actually. But they could also say that you're maybe protective of yourself and your energy in that way. Maybe you're protective of your sexual energy, or who you're intimate with, even if it is in regards to acquaintanceships. Maybe, you don't like to hug people straight away, or, you could just be very careful in that way when it comes to connecting people. It's like you can connect with people, but maybe there's, guards that you have up, or you're just quite protective of yourself in some way. And maybe some people can talk, people talk about that, or they notice it. But yeah, people talk about how hardworking you are and how consistent you are as well. A lot of people actually say that you're quite dope and inspirational. People could talk about, okay, this may be gossip actually. So for some of you, people could gossip about the money you make. Nothing bad at all. They just think that you are doing quite well for yourself at this moment. For some, the gossip is that you are really ambitious, or that your ambition will pay off, or has paid off, or is paying off, They just feel like people, people just gossip about how you're doing well for yourself. For some of you, I'm hearing like people say that you deserve a medal for some of the things you've been through. Some people, talk about your qualifications, maybe a certain skill set or talent that you have. The reason why they talk about it is because they do find it very impressive. For some of you, they may even find it quite shocking. For some of you, people talk about how you're always changing, or it's like you're always shocking people. It's like, oh my God, I didn't know that about you. You know, it's like, oh wow, you know, and it's completely changed my perspective of you. So now it's like almost like, okay, I need to take a step back, and like it's almost like not that you're a new person when people find out more about you, but it's just like, wow, you know, it's impressive. If any of you work in like a specialized field, they talk about that as well. Again, they say it's impressive or that it's shocking. Like nice, you know. But yeah, people definitely talk about how you have achieved some major goals and that there is more coming as well, you know. So maybe you've achieved, you know, with the 10 of Pentacles, like you've achieved a lot, right? But for some of you, people think that you're still going, like there's still more you want to achieve. And yeah. They just think you're not done yet, you know, even if you are taking a rest, or, you know, you're not really focused on achieving anything at this moment, you know, people could just think that at some point, you know, this person will have another project, or, you know, just something else they're dabbling in or learning about. But yeah. So for some of you, they do talk about your unconventional methods or ways of being. This could be in regards to certain responsibilities that you have. For some of you, I'm hearing like you may empty the trash like 5 times a day, and some people can talk about that. Like that's maybe an exaggeration on my part, but you know, some people can talk about like not the weird little habits you have, because it's not weird, but like certain habits that you may have. For some of you as well, they talk about your lifestyle being different. But again, they find it inspiring. So for some people also, oh, wait. Ooh. So yeah, some people could gossip about you being extremely patient. This could be in a general sense. So yeah, people could talk about how you hit the jackpot in regards to missing an opportunity. It's like something worked out in your favor, even though it wasn't easy, or even though you wanted this opportunity, but it happened to be a missed opportunity, but it worked out in your favor. You know, if that makes sense for you. So yeah, people could talk about how you are either looking for financial security or you are working for it. And some people could gossip about for some of you, people could talk about how you maybe want a partner that is well off, or just someone who is financially secure. For some of you, people could gossip about you being picky. I mean, this could be in regards to romantic prospects. It could be in regards to friendships, work, eating habits. I don't know. But yeah, some people could say that you have like particular, you know, taste, or, you know, style, or, you know, type of people that you like to, you know, interact with, stuff like that. And finally, for some of you, some people could say that you are maybe going through a dispute at the moment, maybe with a mother, maybe even yours, if that resonates. So what is the gossip about you? Alright, so the first card we have is Baby, reconnect with your innocence. So there was a message earlier about someone possibly maybe being pregnant, and people are talking about this. So yeah, for some of you, people could, you know, talk about either your desire to have a baby, or if any of you recently have a baby, maybe people are talking about that too, saying how cute the little munchkin is. And what else? So for some people, they do gossip about you maybe reconnecting with yourself, maybe having more fun. So if it's not giving birth to like actual life, For some of you, this is, you know, maybe like a project or just a new era for you, you know. And the next card we have is Dance, Move to the Rhythm of Your Soul. So what do people gossip about you? So people could just say or talk about how you follow your heart and you kind of move to the rhythm of, it's like imagine everyone had a different beat that's playing and people just feel like you'll move along to your own beat, like you're not trying to listen to anyone else's music, you know, you're not trying to follow anyone else's rhythm, but you're just doing you. For some of you, you know, if this person has ever seen you dance, they could talk about that. Or they could say, oh my gosh, this person could be like a really good dancer, or they could imagine you to be. Yeah, so people can mostly gossip about you just doing your own thing and just living life at your own pace, in your own way, you know? Like not worried too much about how other people perceive that. So we also have here, be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and you need time to heal and recover. So for some of you, yeah, people could talk about how you are maybe needing to be more gentle with yourself. Maybe show yourself a bit more love, self-care, or just giving yourself time to heal and recover from something. Especially if any of you have been through maybe something tough recently. But if any of you are resonating with that, people talk about how you are being patient with yourself, though. They respect how you kind of navigate your emotions and your life, and maybe they talk about how you are being gentle with yourself and that you are taking the time to heal and recover in the way that is in alignment for you and, you know, what's best for you. Like, people just talk about, like, you know what you're doing, like, you're a smart person, you know? So we also have his spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So people talk about you making certain necessary life changes, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, maybe... what's that word, you know, kind of taking initiative. For some of you, maybe they feel like your life is just changing, maybe through fate and maybe through support, appreciation for you, maybe your talents, maybe your work ethic for some of you guys. But yeah, people definitely talk about you experiencing some positive changes in your life, for sure. So we also have balanced life, nice, right above the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, for some of you, people could talk about you having a balanced life. No, I don't even feel like for some of you this is in regards to seeking balance. For some it could be, but a lot of people talk about how you've already achieved a certain beautiful balance in your life. And finally, we have accepting challenges, trust your inner resources. So yeah, for some people, they talk about how you face challenges head on. You're like, oh, a challenge, okay, let's go, you know? And some people could definitely talk about you in that way and that you're kind of just prepared. Not even prepared. It's like, even if it's unexpected, it's like you always manage to, you know, come out on top or just kind of work through it. Or kind of just accept it for what it is and, you know, power through. But yeah, people talk about how maybe, I don't know if this is in regards to being self-reliant, but this could definitely be in regards to trusting yourself, trusting your judgment, trusting your choices, you know, trusting your capabilities as well. And yeah, people definitely talk about that. But that is all I have for you for those of you who chose this hate group. I hope it could resonate. I hope it can make sense for you. If not, maybe next time, you know. But yeah, I'm wishing you guys all the best on your journeys, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Bye. Hi, if you chose the second group, this reading could be for you. So what is the goss on you? Okay, so we'll start off with your tarot cards. The first card we have is Magician reversed, Death reversed, a Hierophant reversed. Wow, that's a lot of major arcanas, right? And Five of Swords upright. Okay, so listen guys, if it doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate, you know. But yes, so what is the goss on you? People could gossip about people not having the best intentions for you, or someone specific in your life not having the best intentions for you. For others of you, they could, you know, talk about you not having the best intentions, maybe for a boss or a father figure, or for men in a general sense, you know, only if that resonates. People gossip about how smart you are or how intelligent you seem. For some of you, they gossip about how self-aware you are. People could say that you are vulnerable or that you seem vulnerable in some way. They could also gossip about the the delays that you've experienced in your life. For some of you, maybe they talk about certain experiences that you've had. For some of you, these delays that they talk about is in regards to you maybe coming out of your shell or coming out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're experiencing delays in those areas, or they talk about the delays you experienced in the past and that how you've overcame certain delays, especially in regards to personal stuff, you know. For some, they could gossip that you want revenge, or that you can be maybe a bit vindictive at times. I don't know if this will make sense, but they could think this because maybe you've moved forward with your life, or that you decided to stand in your power, or you chose your freedom, or you chose your independence. Some people could say that you don't talk much. I'm hearing this could be like some colleagues of yours. I'm hearing maybe drop off and pick up as well. Maybe like I'm hearing, you know how you like have certain shops that you may go to all the time, you know, people in that environment could say that you don't talk much, if that makes sense for you. Some people could talk about your lack of energy, like if any of you are feeling a bit lethargic at the moment, or if people can perceive you that way at this moment, then that's what they talk about. They could talk about your lack of energy. It could be in regards to something more specific though. For others of you, this could be more so in regards to you just having a lot on your plate. Some people might say that you don't make use of your potential. Some could say you don't portray a genuine version of yourself as well in their perspective. But they do believe that this could be a form of protection for you. Look, if any of you are like influencers in some way, they could talk about this. They say it's great for you and maybe your family as well. it's like if any of you are influenced, they say it's like open-ended, so it's like maybe, I don't know, maybe like a lot of possibilities for you. They could just say that you reach a lot of people as well, or that it's going to give you an opportunity to expand at some point, or it has already given you that opportunity. For some, I'm hearing it like they talk about how it fits your lifestyle perfectly, or they could feel like your business or your career somehow fits your life perfectly. But more so if you are an influencer, or if you have some form of like self-employment, they could think it's great for you and your family. So yeah, they could also talk about your willpower. I feel like this is in regards to, you know, being the man in some way, or taking on a more masculine role for some of you. I mean, this could be in regards to job, this could be in regards to almost like how you navigate your life. Like how you approach situations. Like people could almost talk about how you're more action oriented in that way. So yeah, some people could gossip about how you are resistant to move on. This feels like in a way where they say, you know, they think you should aim higher, or that you could aim higher if you wanted to. For some, this could be like, you know, being overqualified, you know, being out of someone's league even. But it's almost like, you know, why are you here? You know, for some of you, they feel like you could be doing so much better in some area of your life. For some of you, this is in regards to maybe moving on, maybe moving on from protecting someone or being protective over someone. Maybe resistant to let someone go. Or this could be in regards to something you are more aware of. But yeah, some people could, you know, talk about how you could be experiencing delays, maybe in terms of business or career. 1 second. I feel like for some of you, maybe just having fun and kind of getting out there in some way. But yeah, people talk about how you're breaking the mold in some ways. It's like, I don't know if, you know, in certain, your culture or, you know, your family, certain traditions, maybe the way you live your life. But some people talk about how you're breaking the mold, like maybe doing something differently. But people could say also that you're becoming more structured in, you know, their perspective. People definitely talk about how you are unique, or again, maybe just do something differently or live your life differently in some way. Or maybe, you know, your dress sense. This is not for everyone, but for some of you, people could speak about your marriage or a relationship or a connection you have with someone. They could say that this person is maybe controlling towards you, or they could say this person works a lot, or that you could be going through a separation or a divorce of some kind. People definitely talk about you being a rebel or rebelling in some way, that you don't appreciate rules, maybe. Like they could say certain rules don't apply to you. Or maybe you just kind of play by your own rules, you know? And some people could say that or notice that about you. But yeah, some people could definitely talk about you not being up for talking much lately. Maybe this is lately, or this could be in a general sense. For some, they could talk about how you have like a lot going on in your mind or just in your life in a general sense. Like there's a lot of things that occupy your thoughts and, you know, occupy your attention. So they could also talk about a certain conflict you went through or a conflict that you could be currently going through. They could also talk about you being conflicted about maybe your role or a role you play, or maybe the position you're in. This could be in regards to a lover or maybe your partner, or maybe you're feeling conflicted about a person. For some people could, you know, gossip or talk about you being a bit standoffish. Or you feel conflicted when getting to know people or, you know, talking to people. For some, they could talk about you not wanting to let someone go or let something go. They could also talk about a peaceful resolution, or you coming to a peaceful place, or they kind of hope that for you. They definitely talk about you being strong, and all that you're kind of carrying at this moment. So we have his celebrity, shine like the star you are. So yeah, definitely if any of you are influencers, people talk about the influence you have, maybe about you being in the spotlight. For some, like maybe in regards to your job or a certain talent you have, you know, maybe even if you are an influencer, they feel like you shine in that area, you know? They could also think you're popular as well. So definitely some people could talk about how well liked you are, maybe in your community, online even for some of you, maybe at work, maybe, you know, amongst your neighbors even, family. Yeah, people could definitely talk about you being respected. Picked it up on the emperor. Yeah, so some people could definitely talk about how highly they see you or how highly someone else sees you. So we also have here music, sing the song of your soul and dance to your unique rhythm. That's quite similar to a card group one had. Okay, so what do people say about you? Yeah, so some people definitely talk about how your path has been unique. For some of you, maybe even your past, maybe your childhood, something was unique about certain experiences that you experienced. Or maybe you're just a unique person in general. If any of you use your voice in any way, they could talk about that. If any of you make music, they could talk about that as well. They could say that you have talent and that you're going places. Or maybe that it's new to you, but you're still, yeah. For some, they could talk about you exploring new creative pursuits. But if any of you do sing or use your voice in any way, they could think your voice is beautiful. Oh, you got two pink cards. Okay, so we have love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. So what do people say about you? Oh, so I was like, do people say that they think you deserve new love? And the Knight of Cups is what came out as a clarifier. So for some of you, people, if that resonates for your situation, especially, they could feel like you deserve a new love, a love that is fulfilling for you. And maybe, you know, with the Eight of Cups coming out, maybe to walk away from something that isn't fulfilling you or is disappointing you, or you've given this situation or this person a lot of chances. They just feel like you deserve something new. Maybe even like a new, like, you know, just like a rainbow in your life, if that makes sense. People could also talk about you attracting new love offers, or, you know, people having a crush on you maybe, or being sexually attracted to you, I'm hearing. Maybe wanting to offer you some form of, you know, love, or just express their feelings. Anyways. For some, I'm hearing like their admiration for you. It's almost like someone else is aware of someone else's admiration for you, and they could want to tell you this. This could be someone from your past though. So I'm actually hearing for some of you, someone from your past could reach out to you soon. Like, especially take that message if it feels like more of a confirmation for you. Like if you've been getting messages or inklings that someone's going to reach out to you from your past, they could possibly do so, okay? But yes, so the next card we have is stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So yeah, people definitely talk about how you've managed to stay strong. For some, I'm hearing they feel like it hasn't maybe been the easiest for you to keep a positive mindset, but like you're pushing forward regardless. Maybe not even regardless, but you're pushing forward nonetheless, you know? So we also have simple pleasures. Look for beauty in all that is around you. So some people could definitely talk about you having like a simple nature, maybe even like a peaceful, kind of relaxed nature. Like you rather work through tension and conflict instead of just being, you know, aggressive. Like you rather, you know, sit down and talk about it. So we also have here the gift of freedom. Break away from your attachments. So yeah, some people could definitely talk about you breaking away from some kind of attachment. For some of you, this could be attachment to a person, but people could definitely talk about you. What is that word? Taking control of your freedom, or, you know, becoming more free in some way. Yeah, so for some of you, people could definitely talk about you freeing yourself, or that you're in the process of freeing yourself from something. But yes, that is all I have for you. For those of you who chose this hair group, I hope it could resonate. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys moving forward, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Bye. Hey, I hope you guys are okay. If you chose the third group, then this reading is for you, maybe. So what is the gossip on you? Okay, so Two of Swords upright, Six of Pentacles upright, the Page of Swords upright, and the Nine of Wands reversed. Interesting energy we have here. Okay, so what is the goss on you? So people could say that you are indecisive, perhaps in regards to speaking your mind at times. People could talk about how you're stuck or caught in the middle of some situation in your life. They could feel bad for you because of this. For some of you, they could, people could say that you don't give clarity, maybe a bit secretive. This could be in regards to personal affairs, your personal life. Keyword personal though, right? So yeah, for some of you, people gossip or talk about how you're facing opposition. This could be in regards to love, work, or maybe an investment. So yeah, so people could also gossip about a decision someone made in regards to you, to move on or stop investing in you in some way. They could say that it was difficult or hard on the other person, maybe to make that decision. For some, it could have been, people say that it was hard on them emotionally, perhaps. Excuse me. But yes, people talk about how generous you are. They talk about how fair you are as well. They could discuss like finding your balance after a difficult period. Maybe this was recently or in the past. But they talk about you finding balance. Maybe you're currently still trying to find balance. Or maybe that you found balance already, actually, for some of you. But yes. But yeah, it's like the energy of people, saying or talking about how far you've come along or how far you've progressed, since something. So yeah, people talk about how supportive and encouraging you are of the people you love, maybe the people in your vicinity, maybe the people who admire you. I'm hearing like the people like younger than you or, less developed than you, if that makes sense. So say, for example, you're like a manager or, a boss in some company and, maybe the people who work underneath you. What was he talking about? Find you supportive and encouraging. Yeah, and they really like your energy and they could really respect you as well. For some of you, like if you have kids, maybe this is your kids who, find you generous and supportive of them and their goals. Or maybe it's someone younger than you, like a younger sibling, or, just someone that you just feel protective over. Anyways, what are we talking about here? Yes. So some people, they talk about how you love to share. This could be, food. Maybe you love a good platter, Maybe this could be in regards to your possessions, your time, your advice or wisdom. Like I'm hearing like if someone had a question, it would take you like, it wouldn't even take you a second to, maybe pick up your phone and kind of search it up or, find out whatever information you can about this thing, Like I kind of get that energy. Or people, talk about you in that way. Like saying you're a bit like on point when it comes to maybe information, processing information, maybe even finding out certain information, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yes, people talk about how you're innocent. This could be in regards to some specific situation, like you were an innocent person in that situation. But for others of you, people will just talk about how you're innocent in a general sense. Some people could even, say that you're vulnerable or, talk about your vulnerabilities or, maybe you're just in a vulnerable position in some way. But for others of you, they just find you innocent in a general sense, for sure. I think for some of you, maybe even both, actually. But yeah, so people, they talk about your wealth, or that they say that you are wealthy. But they mainly talk about you being a good person, I feel, you know? So I'm also hearing like striving for equality. So some people could talk about the fact that you are striving for some form of equality. This could be, you know, work equality for a certain cause, you know, for yourself. You know, anyone that you kind of just feel like they need it, and people feel like you're really on point or on the job when it comes to, you know, maybe being a support. Or, you know, kind of just wanting things to be fair and equal. Or maybe you're just an equal person in general, you know, you don't like for people to take advantage of you. You don't want to take advantage of anyone either, you know, so you kind of just strive for equality in that way. So I'm hearing for some of you, people could think or talk about how you give the best gifts. Like for some of you, you literally give the best gifts and people love that. It's so like personal, you know, I'm hearing for some of you. It's like, this is perfect. Like I didn't even know I needed this in my life, you know? But yeah. So people also talk about you having a very vast perspective. And because you have a very vast perspective on things, or you're very open-minded in some regards, or you're just, it's like if someone was to tell you something, it's like you wouldn't write it off, you wouldn't digest it, or, you know, take it on as truth. You would maybe take a step back, find out your own information about it, and then you would form your opinion. But people could feel like you're very open-minded. Maybe, you know, you've experienced a lot throughout your life, and maybe that's where that perspective comes from as well. But yeah, but because of this vast perspective that you have, they feel like you have a deeper understanding, or that you are understanding because of this, you know. Some people could say you don't think before you speak at times as well, not in a bad way at all, because I'm hearing this person or people say like you mean no harm, and I know you mean no harm. Like they don't take it personally at all. If anything, they love it. I'm hearing like it keeps me on my toes, you know. So for some of you, if you are quite outspoken at times, or just you just say things without, you know, thinking it through, they could find it like a bit of an endearing quality with you. So yeah, some people could gossip about you being confident, or talk about you being confident or becoming more confident. So I'm hearing like there could be some people or some person in particular who loves to have debates with you, okay? And they, you know, they talk about how, you know, good the debates or the conversations are that you guys have. I'm hearing like you challenge me. So there could be some people who, you know, kind of talk about you or just think that you challenge them, you know? I'm even hearing like maybe challenge them to open up their own perspective, or to see certain things in a different light. Or maybe challenge their knowledge. Oh, that's so nice. Or I'm hearing for some of you, people could talk about how it would be great to have a debate with you, or they could imagine it would be really fun to have a debate with you. This feels very innocent and playful, by the way. So yeah, people definitely talk about you being honest, being a genuine person as well. I'm hearing you keep me honest. So for some people, like they talk about how you keep them honest, or you keep them, I don't want to say on the straight and narrow, but like you keep them, yeah, I'm going to leave that honest, yeah. So yeah, people definitely talk about how inquisitive you are. I'm hearing like you notice stuff others, may not, and people really appreciate that about you. It's like the little you guys could pick up on the little details, and maybe for some of you that's why you give great gifts, because you pick up on the little details and it's just like that's like so perfect, but yeah. So I'm hearing for some of you that some lovers could say that, maybe ex-lovers for some of you could say that you're a bit stubborn. Or you're still affected or acting out through past experiences, maybe in regards to love. Yeah. So yeah, people definitely talk about your persistence as well, maybe in regards to career or your passions. Maybe people talk about like if you want something, then you'll go get it. If there's something you're passionate about, you'll find out more about it, you'll indulge in it. So some people could also discuss or talk about how you could be feeling trapped or feeling backed into a corner. This could be by someone, sorry, or maybe in regards to some specific area of your life. People talk about how you are a survivor, I'm hearing like last one remaining, last one standing in some regards. People could also talk about your wounds as well, your past hurts, but they could think or talk about how you're still feeling these things, or you're still healing from certain experiences. It's like I'm hearing for some of you like a wound that just won't shut, a wound that just won't heal. And some people could discuss how you're trying to close that wound, even though it's been maybe difficult for you and it's maybe taken quite some time, maybe some investment, maybe even in therapy even. But yeah. Okay, so we have here car, get into the driver's seat of your life. Nice. So people talk about how you're in control of your life, or how you're taking back control of your life, if that resonates more so for some of you, especially if you have been in some form of like restrictive situation, or if you've been recovering from something. They could feel like you're kind of getting back in gear, getting back in motion, maybe you haven't driven for quite some time and you're kind of getting behind the driver's seat again. But yeah, wait, hold on. So some people could also talk about how driven and how motivated you are as well. So we have elevator, rise above. So people talk about how you have managed to rise above so much, especially with this Ten of Swords that came out to clarify. Yeah. So I'm hearing like people could think you're in awe, like they're in awe of you, or they just think you're very strong because of certain things that you have managed to rise above in your life. They may not think you're very vocal about these things though. I'm hearing it's not something they would even want to bring up as well. Like they would want you to, if you were going to bring it up, they would want you to say it. I feel like whomever this is that's noticing this about you, they respect your privacy. They respect what you may have gone through, especially with that Tower coming out to clarify. But it's like I would never push, I would never try to pry in that area of your life, So we also have bless your heart, reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. Oh, that's so sweet. So I'm actually hearing that people just talk about how you have a sweet soul, like you have a sweetheart. Maybe they talk about you being a sweetheart, you know? Do you know what? I'm actually hearing some people wish they could support you better. Like they talk about how they wish they could support you, or for some of you even like carry your burdens for you, you know, like I wish I could take that from you almost. Because in their perspective, you do have such a sweet soul and a sweet heart. But yeah, other than that, people just perceive you or talk about you as someone who is incredibly supportive, you know? So we have let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feeling is sending you important messages and guidance. Is that a direct message? One second. Okay, so I feel for some of you this is a direct message, maybe from like your guides, your higher self, you know, whatever it is that you align with. But someone's coming through here today and they want you to feel all of your emotions, or they're encouraging you to feel all of your emotions. One second, let me clarify something. I'm hearing by doing this, it could give you a certain clarity by feeling what you feel. It could help you come to some understanding. It could give you some insight, mental clarity. But other than that, people could talk about how you have a lot of emotions. They could say that you, one second. If any of you are on the spectrum, they could talk about this. Not in a negative way. I should hope not anyway, to be honest. But maybe because of this, they could feel like you have a lot of emotions, or that you can be maybe sensitive, or that you're kind of, it's like you're operating on like a different frequency. So you pick up on different things than other people, you know? Some people talk about how you give great guidance as well. So we have imagination, awesome. So yeah, some people could say that you have great imagination, that you have great taste. This could be in food, this could be in clothing. I'm even hearing like, it may not even be in regards to you, but maybe in regards to other people, or how you, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but like how you style other people. If you like, or say for example, oh my god, that would look great on you, and then it turns out I look awesome, oh my gosh, you know. So for some of you, maybe you just have an eye for certain things and people notice that about you. For some of you, I'm hearing like people talk about the fact that you kind of put them on to certain things. It's like, I would never have thought this way, or have dressed this way, or, you know, talk this way if you didn't put me on in some way, you know, if that makes sense. But yes, okay, so we also have heart of the matter. Align life's pathways through the heart. Okay. So some people could say that you cut the BS and that you like to get to the root of a problem instead of like beating around the bush a little. But yeah, people just say you have a good heart, guys. But yeah, that's all I have for you though, for those of you who chose this group. I hope it could resonate, make sense for you. But yeah, I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys moving forward, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Bye.